Hey, it's the unluckiest member of the internet, and it's just I just want to make this little video, just a chill video that I could give you guys until I'm done with the brutally honest review of X-Men '97, because that video is on the way. So don't worry, you're gonna get that video pretty soon. But for now, I just wanted to do a little draw with me. I don't know if this is gonna be a series. It's just something that I wanted to do for a while because I actually did enjoy the video that I did at the beginning of my channel in regards to the Spider-Gwen project. Now, if you guys are wondering about that project, I'll be so straight up. I don't think I'm gonna do it anymore. Like, I think it's kind of canceled, and the only reason is because, as you can see in the speed drawing here, I'm more focused on like personal projects at the moment. And one of the personal projects that I do have is for this series called Ghoul Camp. I'm thinking of making it into a book series similar to like How to Train Your Dragon or The Bad Guys, something along those calibers. The character I'm drawing right now is the main character of the series. Her name is Jordan, and she's kind of a chill chick, not gonna front. She's pretty cool. I'm getting ahead of myself though. The plot of the story is that it's about this girl named Jordan who is sent to a camp full of ghouls. Or you could call them monsters, but in the book it's kind of like monsters is kind of like a derogatory slur, so it's preferable to call them ghouls. But she goes to a camp full of ghouls and she starts learning that the stuff that she is taught on TV and through books at like school is, I say a ghoul school, a ghoul camp, but she learns through joining this ghoul camp that the stuff that she's learning via, you know, her school textbooks or through television is not all that it seems. It's definitely a story that deals with the whole idea of racism and stereotypes. This has been a project that I've been pretty excited about since high school because that's where I got the idea. And I decided, you know what? I'm writing the story as I speak and I'm about 1/3 done, but it doesn't make any sense that I am 1/3 done with this story and I don't even have a reference sheet for the main character, let alone any of the main characters. So here I'm just drawing her, I'm coloring her in, doing her line art, and I just wanted to show you guys the process, and maybe you could use this as like some background noise whenever you decide to draw, or if you need something just to keep you, you know, at ease or keep you grounded in a sense. Kind of like a podcast, but at the same time not like a podcast. You get my drift. Sorry for all the stutters. This is my first time doing such a thing. So in regards to how Jordan is as a character, she's pretty laid back, though she is ignorant. Not in a way that's, you know, like, oh, she's fucking stupid. It's just she doesn't have the proper knowledge on ghouls, and that's what the whole story is basically about. She's getting the proper knowledge to know that, oh, ghouls are not that bad, and they kind of have a lot in common with like the African American community, if not other minority groups. Of course, all my characters have to be part of the Alphabet Mafia. She is bisexual. She doesn't have a girlfriend. I don't plan on giving her a love interest because the first book is just about getting to know these characters on a personal level, not exactly about their love lives, you know, and stuff like that. That's for the second book, but I'm getting ahead of myself once again. Love to get ahead of myself, don't I? So outside of her being like a pretty chill but kind of weak on the knowledge front, sometimes she's nice, she has a good heart. It's just she doesn't know how to use it quite yet, and again, she's gonna learn when's the right time to use it, when's not the right time, and just how much compassion can take you a long way in the kind of world that she lives in, which is, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got some inspo based on the world that we're living in right now, because it's getting hefty out there, guys. Like, I'm not saying I'm scared, but this shit's getting crazy, man, and I don't even know what to do or what to say. But that you guys stay safe, and I would love to use my story, Ghoul Camp, as a way to probably dive deeper into the situations that is going on. And before you ask, I know my friend doesn't like it, but Ghoul Camp is definitely a story that is more targeted towards children and young adults, because I have this process that I want this book series to be a book series that grows up with you. So like the first story or the first novel, it's mainly for children. It's kind of like, you know, an introduction for children in regards to racism and differences in people, and how even though you are different from others, that doesn't mean that that's a flaw. That's actually a gift. That's the kind of story that I want to be. And then the second book, I'll just tell you the names. I'm not going to tell you exactly the plots. But the second book of Ghoul School, like, that's supposed to be basically giving you the whole racial thing, but amping it up a little, you know, just based on the age. So I do want this to be a 3-part book series, and I wanted that with every book it gets more, for lack of a better term, intense or more realistic, and it goes via ages. So I want this book to be kind of age up with its audience, and hopefully I can achieve just that. Outside of talking about my series, I'm just here to also talk about life. For those who were wondering in regards to my whole financial situation, I'm still kind of in a rough patch, but it's getting better. I recently got accepted for a job in regards to the school district as a bus operator, and I know that's not really the greatest of jobs to have, but I'm super excited for it, because when I was working as a bus operator for another company, even though I did like the people that I worked with, I definitely enjoyed riding the bus. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for this job endeavor, and I'm hoping that it'll, you know, give me a segue to do things that I really wanted to do when I had my last job, just wasn't able to do it because I got fired. So yeah, I'm super excited for that. I did just get hit by another car last night, because my neighbors did tell me, hey, like, they knocked on my door last night. I was a little scared. I thought it was, you know, those bastards knocking on my door. You might know which bastards I'm talking about. But they were like, hey, somebody just hit your car. And I'm like, aw, shit. But it's a nasty little dent. I won't show it for confidential issues, but like for confidential purposes. But it's not too bad. I'm still insurance. I got insurance, and I'm hoping to get the guy, because he has the hit on camera, my neighbor. So I'm hoping to use that information later and actually get some stuff ready in regards to getting that repair made. I also am recently going to be going to a show in San Antonio, a little event for hip-hop community, and I'm hoping to get my music heard there, so I'm super excited about that. And yeah, I just hope that, you know, if you in the SA area, you want to see some music, or you want to support some indie artists or underground artists who are in the hip-hop industry, then by all means, please come see us at 210 Studio. If not, hey, just love, alright? You know, like, any type of love is cool. And even if you don't give love, I just want you guys to know. I want you guys to know what's up with me. I don't want to be that type of YouTuber who's like, I give you videos and then I just go into the darkness. No, I want you guys to, like, get to know me. Because, again, community. That's my big thing about making a YouTube, is community. It's not about the money. It's not about the views. It's not about the followers or the likes. It's about making a very safe space, not just for me, but for people who need it. And maybe you need it, and hopefully I can give that to you. And while I was talking, there you go. Jordan, that's her. She's finished. I didn't really get the full process of her, but luckily I'm going to get the full process of the drawing and like how I do line art and my coloring in the next character, which is Pumpkin Hollow. Pumpkin Hollow is he's basically Jordan's best friend in Ghoul Camp, and he's very sweet, super kind, kind of goofy. He means well, can be a little slow at times, but he's pretty knowledgeable. He just wants everyone to have a good time, to be happy, and to feel loved at the camp. He's been one of the longest members at the camp in regards to being a camper. He's been there for multiple summers at Ghoul Camp, and he's basically Jordan's guide into this new world on a personal level that she's going to be experiencing. As you can see in my drawing, I was struggling a bit to make a damn pumpkin. I had to keep going back to Pinterest. By the way, I only use Pinterest because I need references, okay? And I need, like, mood boards. I know some people have boycott Pinterest because of the whole AI situation. I don't support AI, alright? But if you have any good alternatives for what I can use in regards to, you know, getting references, then please let me know. I'm trying to help the cause, you know? I hate AI. So anything to, like, rub it in their damn faces is enough for me. But, let me get off my tangent. So I was struggling a little to make a pumpkin, and I had to go, you know, all over Pinterest to actually find references. But luckily I was able to come up with a final product that I'm pretty happy about. I was kind of cautious about adding eyes, like the irises, to Pumpkin's eyes, but after I did it, I'm like, no, that's pretty cool. I actually like it. And I actually tried to do an effect with the eyes at the end, but I don't know if it came out right. That's okay, though, because this is just like a little reference sheet, just an idea of what I think he's going to look like when I start doing pictures for the book. So, in regards to the book, I wanted to be, like, half... Give me a minute. I wanted to be half graphic novel, but half novel, you know, traditional novel, something to like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dork Diaries, but instead of being in the first person, of course it's in the third person, and it's not in like, you know, through journal like format or paper. It's just you have the stuff that's happening in the book that I write down, and then on a couple of pages, or every couple of pages, you'll actually get to see illustration. I don't think I'm gonna go out of my way and make the illustrations all color, but you know, if I do have the resources, the time and the money to do it, I'll go out of my way to do it if you want. But yeah, this is just supposed to be a cool novel that's playing with a couple of genres, and if you guys know anything similar to what I am explaining in regards to what I want for Ghoul Camp, then by all means let me know, because I'd love to get to read other things that I'm like, oh, this is something I want to do, and then they help me, like these new materials that you would introduce to me. If you want, it would help me get an idea of what I want to do in regards to my book, so it could be the best not just for me, but also for everyone who's reading it. So yeah. In regards to Pumpkin's design, I didn't want to go for anything super crazy. I wanted him to be based on like a 50s summer aesthetic, and I think that came out pretty well for him. I think he looks pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie, compared to Jordan, he's the closest to what I thought in my mind for what I wanted him to look like. And that makes me really, really satisfied with the final results for his character sheet. Outside, if you guys are wondering, outside of Jordan and Pumpkin, in regards to the camp group, they have a little friend group that they slowly develop throughout the book. And it consists of Jordan, of course, the main character, Pumpkin, her best friend and the tour guide of the camp, and Akka. No, not Akka. We actually changed her name. Her original name was Akka, but after talking to my brother, we decided to change the name to Aki, because he's like, that just sounds way better. And also, he thought that's what her name was. So I was like, all right, I'll change it to Aki. Why not? But the group consists of, once again, Jordan, Pumpkin, and Aki, who is a witch. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have an idea of what I want her to look like, so I'm probably gonna have to get a few references rounded up so I can get a good idea of what I want her to look like for the story. So far, the only kind of like references I have in regards to not just her looks but also her personality, if I had to make comparisons, is Kim Pines from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, or the Scott Pilgrim series. Like, she has that kind of snark, but she's also similar to like Ramona Flowers, also from the Scott Pilgrim series. She's got snark, but she also got heart, and when you know why she's like the way she is, then you understand where she's coming from, and it turns her from being a brat, or, you know, kind of like a bitch, for my lack of better terms. It turns the whole idea of her being a bitch into, damn, I feel her. She's got a point. I understand why she comes off like that towards the characters, especially towards Jordan. So I wanted Jordan, Pumpkin, and Aki to have a similar relationship to, say, like Star Trek's Captain Kirk, Spock, and I forgot homie's name, the other friend that was part of the crew, that some people said he was like Kirk's devil to Spock's angel. But I want their dynamic to be similar to that. I wanted Jordan to have the angel on her left, which would be Pumpkin, and the devil on her right, which would be Aki. But it's not like they're leading her astray. It's just they're both trying to teach her things about, you know, the ghoul world and how everything functions for them. It's just Pumpkin's doing it from a place of love. He's trying to be very careful with how he explains things to Jordan, whereas Aki is like, nah, screw that. I'm just gonna teach you the normal way. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. You're gonna learn about this. And yeah, so at first the relationship between Aki and Jordan is not the best, so you're gonna see why in the book. Let's just put it like that. And that's all I'm gonna say without, you know, spoiling the whole damn thing. I say as I barely scratched the surface of what's happening in the books and what's going on with like the characters in the camp and the big issue. Outside of Aki, Jordan, and Pumpkin, there's also JD. His original name was YD, but when I asked a bunch of people in regards to the story, because this was originally a script, so when I had them read the script, they were like, YD is not an appealing name, you gotta change it. So I changed it to DJ, and he is a vampire. I'm pretty sure you can guess based on his name who he really is. He is the son of Dracula. DJ stands for Dracula Jr., obviously. And the thing is he's pretty cool. He's kind of a balance between both Pumpkin and Aki. He's super sweet to Jordan, but he's also not like some sort of guy who's gonna just sugarcoat everything to Jordan. Like, if he has to tell her what's up, he's gonna tell her what's up. I would say he's very big in regards to the friend group, because it's more those three than, you know, DJ being an addition. But he's just a good person to have, because he's also like Jordan's gateway into learning how the royalty of the ghouls works and how things, you know, happen through them. And he's just another segue into her learning more things about the ghoul world and the ghoul species, especially in regards to vampires. Another thing, which I don't know, it's always been something I'm cool with, I actually like, YD, no, I keep getting his name mixed up with the original name. DJ is actually Pumpkin's love interest. Yeah, Pumpkin is, he's gay, he's homosexual, and he has the biggest not so secretive crush on YD. I can't, guys. Okay, I need to get this bad habit out of me because YD is a dumbass name. Okay. If you were wondering, by the way, YD just stood for Young Dracula, and it's like, no, that's still a stupid ass name. So again, DJ. He has a not so secret crush on DJ, and DJ has a very obvious crush on him. It's like that situation where the guy is like, oh my gosh, I'm in love with this dude, but I don't know if he likes me back. And then meanwhile, the guy in question who likes him is literally give him every single clue as to him being in love with him. It's just this guy is so dense and naive, he doesn't even know. So yeah, that's the whole situation with DJ. Again, he's just a chill character. I'm hoping that when I do get the chance, I'll be able to draw a reference sheet for him and Aki the next time got any time to draw, because I actually had some extra time right now in between writing the script for the X-Men 97 video, so I just wanted to use that. There's other friends in this group, though the other friends, I wouldn't really consider them friends. They're just more like, you know, people that you hang out with sometimes. That's who the other two are. So the other person that's part of this like friend group that sometimes hangs out with the three main characters. His name is 13. He is a time traveler / alien, and he came from a time where Ghoul Camp was considered like a monumental place in the future, and he wanted to go back in time to actually be able to attend the summer camp, just to say he attended the summer camp. And he's one of the longest running campers that has attended Ghoul Camp seemingly every damn year. So compared to Pumpkin, he is pretty much a veteran. And yeah, I really dig his character a lot. So you'll see in regards to him what's up. Then the next character is Diaz. I think his last name is Diaz. I forgot his first name, but Carlos. I'm gonna change up his name because I'm like, I don't know if Carlos is a great name, but Carlos, he's basically the bully character. That's all I'm gonna put it as, and he's a shapeshifter. He could turn into a shark. I think I'm near the end of my drawing, so I'm just gonna, try and wrap this all up. In regards to the stories that I have in mind, the stories that I, have in mind for the series is basically the whole thing I said about racism. And this is one of the 3 book series that I'm working on, which is Ghoul Camp, Dragonard, and Punkmania. But I'll tell you more about Punkmania probably in the future. So I'll tell you more about those stories in the future. And then I have other 3 series that I'm working on that's more for adults. That's called there's Thin Line, Pomegranate, and Ambrosia. For those, I don't know if I'm really gonna do a drawing on them because I think of them more as like live action. But again, I'll tell you guys more about those series in the future when I can. In the meantime, though, I hope you all enjoyed this just chill, cool video that I made. I hope you all are staying safe and staying hydrated. And if you guys have any questions in regards to the drawings or in regards to videos and stuff like that, let me know. Also, remember, I do polls. So I'm going to be doing polls more in the future in regards to what videos you want to see next after the X-Men 97 video. So be ready for that, and hopefully you can participate in the poll so I can know what the heck you guys want, because I would love that. It will definitely help with me trying to get the videos out to you guys in a more timely manner, and to just find out where are the interests that lies in you guys that, hey, maybe I should check out or maybe I should revisit. The last thing that I wanted to say was Oh, the last thing I wanted to ask actually is there an alternative to Clip Studio Paint? Because I am looking to delete it. I'm broke and I'm getting sick and tired of this whole consumer problem where we basically buy subscriptions but we don't own anything we got. So I'm probably gonna move in the meantime from Clip Studio to Krita and Fire Alpaca. But if you guys have any alternatives that you could think of that you want to, you know, basically help me decide on so I can still draw and use like a really good art tool or software from my computer, then please let me know because I'm in dire need of that. But hey, I'm getting ahead of myself and I'm doing too much talking. So let me end this real quick. I love you all. Once again, stay safe and stay hydrated. And please have a good day. Once again, I love you all.